Hey, I'm just waiting a moment for Zoom is live streaming to Facebook, so I'm doing Zoom and Instagram at this. I'm doing Facebook and Instagram at the same time. I don't know where I am most of the time. Okay, so it looks like it's happening. Let me just double check. I got something fun to show you today. You can always scroll ahead for 30 seconds till you see it. It's not showing up, but I'm assuming it's working. Okay, so today I want to talk a little bit about breathing. I think what happens is a lot of times we think our lungs are like balloons and they inflate and shrink, which is kind of a good metaphor. But I think a better metaphor for the lungs are a flower that kind of opens and then closes. So, because there is a bit of a spiralic action to the inflating of your lungs. And sometimes I like to use my hands to kind of tune into that. So you can try it with me. So if you think about your hands as like little flower buds, and you can put them in front of your chest to kind of feel like there's this little flower bud there. And when I inhale, the flowers start to open. When I exhale, the flowers start to close. So see if you can do that with your hands a couple of times, and kind of, you feel free to close your eyes. It'll help you to tune in. Open up the flowers and then let them close back up again. We'll do two more. Open it up. And that gives you just a little bit more of a sense of what your lungs are actually doing when you breathe. Now, of course, there's so much else going on because there's the movement of the diaphragm and all the secondary musculature and tertiary musculature of respiration. Of course, all that's happening at the same time. But if you can kind of get this idea that my lungs are not balloons, it kind of shifts a little bit, that there's something beautiful happening as you're breathing, and that breathing is such a beautiful and quite a complex, intricate process. Now, if you want to take that a little further, you could bring your arms into the action here and just start by exhaling and kind of rolling forward a little bit and lowering your face. And then as you inhale, let the flowers start to open, and also let your hands open. And when you exhale, soften your knees a little bit, lower your chin, and roll in so you can feel how that spiralic action of the lungs then starts to affect or starts to move into spiralic action in the rest of the body. And when you start with your arms, it's a good place. Yeah. So opening up, you can lift your eyes, and then when you exhale, you just kind of soften your knees. Sometimes I just like to breathe like this just to take a break. And it's kind of organic, and I'm just breathing with my lungs. I'm just letting my body be moved by my lungs. That's the way I'm thinking about it. Like my body will move as those flowers start to open, right? As the lung flowers start to open. Let's just do one more. And then it's always important, with any practice, it's always important to stop and notice, because that's where the interoceptive awareness starts to make neuroplastic changes to the brain, to the nervous system. So just soften, close your eyes here for a moment. Don't have to do anything fancy with your breath. Just kind of tune in. How does your chest feel? How do your arms feel? So I've been spending a lot of time working with breathing in the Subtle Yoga Resilience Society, which is my membership group. If you're interested, check it out on my website, subtleyoga.com. And we're going to be spending the next 8 weeks. Actually, we did a practice this morning, and we've got 7 more practices. We're just going into the amazing subtleties of the breath and how it's so powerful for building resilience, how it's so powerful for shifting the nervous system, and for helping you to have more physiologic, psychologic, and even spiritual locus of control, center, feeling of being in control of those parts of your life. And when things feel a little out of control outside, it's really important to focus on what we can control. So, so that's what I'm working on right now, and would love you to join me for it, of course. So thanks so much for being here. Please leave a comment. Namaste.